Welcome to Law Offices of Lal Varghese. We are located in Dallas, Texas, United States of America. We can be contacted at our WhatsApp number +1 972 556 1109. Repeating +1 972 556 1109. We can also be contacted at our email address attyLal@aol.com. Repeating attyLal@aol.com. Please remember, US time is 12 hours behind Indian time, and the best time to call us on the phone is between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. Indian time. If you are unable to contact us during this time frame, we welcome you to send us an email and we will be happy to reply to your email. Also remember that we are not allowed to provide you case-specific legal opinions or advice unless you retain this law firm. In this episode, I am going to discuss about the visa processing at the US Consulate in Mumbai. Most of the people are worried about their visa processing. There are two types of cases or scheduled right now at Mumbai. One is those scheduled by the National Visa Center for the first time. And the second type of cases are those cases already scheduled by National Visa Center at the Mumbai Consulate and cancelled interview by the Consulate since March 2020. So, those cases already scheduled by National Visa Center since March, middle, April, May, June, July are already cancelled by the US Consulate in Mumbai because of the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions and guidelines. So the US Consulate has not resumed those cases yet, but they will resume those cases slowly beginning January 1st. It will be scheduled on a chronological order, first come first serve basis. US Consulate in Mumbai will send email to applicants to reschedule their visa interviews. So it is very important that you watch for your email. There is absolutely no need to contact the US Consulate or the agency in India asking about when your case is going to be scheduled for interview. The consulate will automatically send an email to all visa applicants informing that they are ready to begin processing of the case and you have to reschedule the interview at the Mumbai Consulate. When you reschedule the interview at the Mumbai Consulate, if you haven't done the fingerprint appointment, you need to do the fingerprint appointment also. You also need to get the medical appointment if you haven't done so and obtain the medical report. The other type of cases are those cases already completed processing at National Visa Center, and the National Visa Center has sent email to the visa applicants that your case is documentarily eligible for scheduling interview at the US Consulate in Mumbai. Remember that only US Consulate in Mumbai are conducting immigrant visa interviews in India. So there are two types of cases. Those cases documentarily eligible, completed and ready for scheduling interview, waiting at National Visa Center. The second type of cases, those cases already scheduled by National Visa Center at Mumbai Consulate in March, April, May, June, July, but they are cancelled because of the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions and guidelines. So in the first case, National Visa Center, you will receive the email from the National Visa Center as and when they schedule the interview at Mumbai Consulate. At this time, we are not aware of any dates. The Mumbai Consulate is going to start normal visa interviews. But the US Consulate in Mumbai is scheduling interview on a limited basis for spouses and unmarried children under 21 of US citizens. But again, These cases are those cases already scheduled by National Visa Center at Mumbai Consulate and cancelled by the consulate. So watch your emails asking you to reschedule the interview. The Mumbai Consulate also accept expedited interview records from visa applicants if you can prove that it's a life and death situation. What is a life and death situation means? If your petitioner is in the United States and is admitted in the hospital and has been diagnosed with a terminal ill and can be died at any time based upon the medical records and evidence, you may request, if your case is pending at National Visa Center, you may request an expedited request with the National Visa Center, or your case is pending at the US Consulate in Mumbai, you may request an expedited request for scheduling the interview at the Mumbai Consulate. But again, this type of cases, emergency expedited appointments will be approved only in cases where it's a life and death situations. COVID-19 illness or heart surgery or kidney transplant are not life and death situations according to the guidelines of US Consulate and the National Visa Center. US Consulate in Mumbai also issuing visas like F1, J1, M1 and visitor visas. Also, these visas are being issued by Chennai Consulate and the US Embassy in New Delhi. And you need to look for availability of the visa interview slots in the calendar at the agency website, for which you have to create a profile. Of course, after you submit the visa application with the Department of State. So you need to create a profile at the agency website. You need to schedule for fingerprint. Then you need to schedule for consular appointments. The slots are very limited because of the COVID-19 pandemic guidelines. So it may take time for you to get a slot or appointment in any of the consulates for student visas like F1, M1, J1 and also visitor visas. It's very important to note that you must comply with all the requirements of COVID-19 guidelines before appearing for the interviews. At this time, according to the Presidential Proclamation, work visas are no longer issued until December 31st. And after January 1st, all work-related visas like H1B, L1 visas will be issued to all visa applicants. But again, the consulates have not resumed the normal visa interview processing yet. The discretion is given to each consulate or embassy in their respective countries as and when they can resume the normal visa interview process. So again, if you are already scheduled an interview and the consulate cancelled your interview, you need to wait for the email from the consulates. If you haven't scheduled an interview for student visa or J1 visa or M1 visa, you need to create the profile and you need to watch regularly for a slot available for the interview at any of these consulates, US in Mumbai, Chennai and the embassy in New Delhi. We can be contacted at our WhatsApp number +1 972 556 1109, repeating +1 972 556 1109, or you can contact us at our email address attyal@aol.com for more information about embassy closing and scheduling of interviews And thank you for watching this episode, and thank you.